afternoon. Thank God it's Friday, December 2nd, 2016. For all Western New York news, I'm Scott Levin. A chance of afternoon showers today with a high in the mid-40s and an overnight low in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, a chance of rain and snow showers with a high near 40. Topping today's news, Buffalo Police Underwater Recovery has pulled the body of a deceased male from the Union Ship Canal early this afternoon. No further details were given by police. The Union Ship Canal is off Lake Erie, going under the Buffalo Skyway, between Susquehanna Drive and the Hamburg Turnpike. Niagara County economic development officials and the leader of the county legislature's governing majority caucus hailed a Wednesday decision by the county's Power Proceeds Board to approve a 75 kilowatt power appropriation for a local company that will manufacture leather holsters. Alessi Leather Corp. Will create 7 new jobs at a Niagara Falls Boulevard Wheatfield facility. Alessi Leather acquired a pre-existing business, the Niagara Gun Range, an indoor pistol and rifle range located at 3355 Niagara Falls Boulevard, and continues to operate the facility in its original role. Under Alessi's application for the power allocation, however, they will carry out up to $400,000 in renovations, including the addition of a 5,000 square foot training area for law enforcement. This also moves Alessi Leather's manufacturing facilities from Buffalo to Wheatfield. U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand says she will oppose a congressional waiver necessary to pave the way for the appointment of James Mattis as Secretary of Defense. Currently, the Secretary of Defense must be at least 7 years retired from active duty in the military, and Mattis doesn't meet that requirement. Gillibrand says she feels the requirement is a good one, and she won't change it. According to a new AAA survey, 2 out of 3 U.S. drivers did not trust auto repair shops in general, citing overcharges, recommendations for unnecessary services, and poor past experiences for their lack of confidence. However, the survey also reveals that the majority, 64% of U.S. drivers, have singled out one auto shop that they do trust. 52-year-old Gregory Kwiatkowski of Buffalo pleaded guilty today to deprivation of rights under color of law. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison and a fine of $100,000. Kwiatkowski reportedly used unlawful and unreasonable force during a May 2009 arrest. Police news. The 44-year-old Pendleton man sought by the Niagara County Sheriff's Office on Wednesday and arrested at his home on Thursday was arraigned in Pendleton Town Court. According to Niagara County Sheriff Jim Vautour, Christopher M. Wright was charged with first-degree sexual abuse, second-degree sexual abuse, and endangering the welfare of a child. 23-year-old Joseph Kurowski of Cheektowaga pleaded guilty to possession of child pornography before U.S. District Judge Lawrence Villardo. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. Kurowski reportedly began communicating via text message with a 17-year-old female. The text messages were sexually explicit in nature, and then on April 10th of last year, the defendant asked her to send him a sexually explicit photograph, which she then sent via text message. Kurowski was aware that she was a minor at the time he received the message. Pablo Paul Plaza of Rochester, who was convicted by a federal jury of the murder of Francisco Santos, conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute narcotics, and possession and discharge of a firearm in furtherance of a drug conspiracy, was sentenced to life in prison plus 10 years today by Chief U.S. District Judge Frank Geraci Jr. Prosecutors say Plaza was part of a long-term violent narcotics trafficking ring in the city of Rochester between 1993 and March of 2011. To protect the conspiracy and its members from other drug dealers and those deemed to be disloyal, Plaza and others in the conspiracy resorted to violence, including beatings and murder. 40-year-old Joanna Sanchez Rodriguez of Buffalo pleaded guilty today to conspiracy to distribute and obtain through fraud controlled substances. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Prosecutors say between December 2013 and April 2015, Rodriguez filled fraudulent fentanyl prescriptions to 9 people. 26-year-old Quentin Thompson and 28-year-old Montel Jones, both of Buffalo, were sentenced in connection with 2 shootings. The pair are reportedly part of the Bailey Boys gang. Jay Wang, a 20-year-old former UB student from Queens, who was convicted of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and distribution of controlled substances and money laundering, was sentenced to 24 months in prison today. Wang reportedly bought Xanax, sold it for $74,000 in bitcoins, and then tried to use the Bitcoins to buy more drugs. And Shirley Covington, 32, of Buffalo, who was convicted of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and to distribute crack cocaine, was sentenced to 18 months in prison. Covington reportedly stored illegal narcotics at her Westside Buffalo residence as part of Buffalo's LRGP gang. Sports. Down 3-2 in the third, the Buffalo Sabres got a pair of goals from a not-so-unlikely source to walk out of the KeyBank Center with a 4-3 win over the New York Rangers on Thursday night. Jack Eichel's second and third goal of the season came just a minute and 43 seconds apart in the third period. Brian Giunta and Johan Larsson tallied the Sabres' other 2 goals, en route to the win. Today, the Sabres announced the team has assigned goaltender Linus Ullmark to the Rochester Americans. Death notices. Marshall M. Harrington died Thursday at the age of 73. Lots to do this weekend. As always, if you're looking for something, check out allwesternewyorkevents.com before you head out, or after you head out. Whatever, we're flexible like that. For All Western New York news and radio, I'm Scott Leffler. Have a great day.